I've spent hours teaching ChatGPT all about Overwatch Stadium, all about Moira, her powers and items, and now it's time to see if it can come up with better build ideas than a top 500 Moira main with over 10,000 hours on the hero. I've already achieved Legend rank in Stadium, but let's see how well it can do. Right, round one. ChatGPT says the power that we should pick is Phantasm. And it's gone with Power Playbook with 10% ability power, Plasma Converter with 10% weapon lifesteal, and Weapon Grease for 5% attack speed. Now it says Orb Sustain base with an early fade synergy ramping into Orb control. So basically it's thinking, okay, look, we'll take Phantasm, we'll get the very cost-efficient ability power item, but we're not going to be using the abilities all the time, right? So why not just get some attack speed and weapon lifesteal to complement just her normal grasp? So let's see how it plays in round one. The one thing that I don't like about this is with Phantasm, you want to get up close and personal with the enemy players to drop off a damage orb next to them, and we haven't got any armor, which is what I would have probably gone for instead of the attack speed and the weapon lifesteal. Get some armor, maybe get charge plating so that we could get armor later on, and that'll allow us, also it gives us ability power later on. So the first fight's going pretty well. We are pushing the enemy team back to the spawn. We want to walk forward, drop a Phantasm orb just up on the ramp, so that if they step out like the Zaya just did. Because we're on damage orb, no cross orbal or anything, we struggle to get our Ryan up to health. We're waiting for the Zaya to jump down so that we can put an orb next to her and just fade back to our team. We're making good progress on the bot at the moment. Bounce an orb flat on the wall, so it bounces back to the Genji with a second orb, but we get blocked by the wall. Trying to heal up our Cassidy. He's high nooning. We have made it to the first checkpoint. Genji dies up top, we're in a lot of trouble as well. Cassidy needs a heal, but we're not going to have the heal output. Trying Coalescence to save him. Instead we just get an assist with a Rhine. We pin the Genji and we go down. Yeah, our Mercy's waiting for our team to respawn, but thought, hey, maybe I could save the Rhine there. So now we're heading up top, just grasping the Genji. We're going to put a Phantasm Orb there. So it kind of blocks the Genji from taking that high ground. If he climbs up again, he just gets hurt by it. So we'll put another one there for sure. But we take a few shots from Cassidy, so we really should be backing off here. Instead, we get caught by a grab along with at least one other player. And the enemy team is making good progress on the bot. Pinion's coming in, shoots the Mercy. She's desperately trying to get out this time. Tries to cross the map and gets taken out, and Genji's forced back to spawn. So enemy team have caught up with the progress. In fact, overtaken us. So now we're really struggling to get back to the bot. The problem is they've got a lot of range. Zaya Bubble comes in, we put one of the damage orbs there. We can't get back to the Rhine. We're forced onto a flank. Try and heal orb to survive, but again, lacking that armor. We just don't have that much health to survive the sustain. Same problem Moira has in the regular game a lot. So 30 seconds left. Again, we're trying to get out to the bot. We see the Genji up top. He deflects the orb, so we've got to go slightly to the side. Try and dodge it. Nearly get the Genji down. Does manage to lack on. Again, Ryan takes too much damage. We can't get to him. Probably should have given him a bit more love, but instead we're in a 1v1 against Genji. Deflects the orb, but the Phantasm Orb finishes him off. We try to get back to the bot. It's close, but doesn't look like we're going to make it on time. So, first round, we lose, but the build was fine. I think the build was okay. A few minor tweaks that I'd do differently. We get MVP anyway, so I mean that kind of worked for us quite well.
Up next, the teams are going head to head in Control.
Right, round two. ChatGPT is recommending smart orbs. Doesn't make loads of sense with Phantasm, but it does work for your regular orbs, so it's good value with that. Energized Braces gives us some ability lifesteal and ability power. Wrist Wraps is a very efficient item with attack speed and ability power. And then the last items are just going to be Power Playbook and again Plasma Converter for the weapon power. Sorry, not weapon power, weapon lifesteal. ChatGPT seems to love a bit of weapon lifesteal. Right. Going on to round 2 then. It's not the best map for Phantasm, but there are a lot of quite a lot of cover areas that we can sneak around to get orbs close. We use a healing orb this time on the point. Stand around that heal orb, but players are still dying. There's a Cassidy close to us. We fire a damage orb because we're not going to heal ourselves up there. And yeah, enemy team decisively wins the fight. We get out and save our Cassidy. We fire heal orbs there, so our next Phantasm's going to be a heal orb as well. Should be aware of that. So as we push forward, we'll drop one of those down just in the center of the ramp. Just so our team can get healed as we push up there. We're still on heal orb for the next Phantasm. Get an assist there, but Mercy just reses the Juno anyway. So the Cassidy fan the hammers are just destroying our Rhine. We're just forced into heal bot mode here. Genji flanking behind as well. Juno missiles coming in from behind. Then Genji finishes off with a dash. So at least we've got their Juno down. I don't think Mercy had a res yet, so she shouldn't be able to res her up again. Which means as we push out for spawn, they're going to have one less player. So it should make the push out a bit easier. Cassidy's got his back turned to us, takes a lot of damage. Xayah bubbles him. Genji's chasing him around, the Mercy's there. Juno will be back about now, so we need to really push out quickly. Mercy uses her ult. We get a kill on Genji. Couldn't quite finish off the Mercy. We have to fade because we've taken a lot of pioneering damage. Now we can't fight the Xayah directly here, so we just force to use our Coalescence to try and take out the Juno here. We'll take her out and bounce a heal orb on the point, ready to heal the Rhine. Now we've got to try and cap the point. Genji comes in for a last ditch blade. Shouldn't have really used that, but you know, some people want to be a superhero. Cassidy's waiting for us. So far the build's working okay. Again though, we're really suffering by not having those survival items, just the basic greens, or one of the blues at this point. Now if we were using cross-orbal or something, or multi-ball, then we wouldn't need them because we'd be able to play at range, but with Phantasm we have to get close to enemies, so we really need to have some sort of survivability. Xayah goes down. Our Rhine gets rezzed, and we're doing quite a good job holding the choke point for now. Have to see if we can keep it up. So aiming a damage orb on the wall so it bounces off one wall, then 2 walls, then heads towards spawn. Doesn't hit anybody, so we put a damage Phantasm orb on the health pack. Also in the center of that location. Now here we push forward. Let's try and put a Phantasm orb, and we walk straight into a Fan the Hammer. It's so brutal. I don't think even with the armor we would have survived that, but I'm gonna keep going for those kind of plays with Phantasm, because if you just avoid making them, you're just gonna be leaking value. Sometimes plays like that go wrong. In this case, it looks like it's cost us big time. 99%. Can't get out to save the Genji, and we can't even kill the Cassidy. We've got Coalescence. We're gonna desperately try and contest the point. And we've got to get back onto the point. We heal the Cassidy with his high noon, so we've got 2 ultimates active. That's our only hope. Do kill one of the players there. We fire a damage orb. Probably should have been a healing orb because survival's the priority, but I don't think it makes a difference. They have the players and they got the res anyway. So we're already down 2 rounds. We get another MVP, but it's not looking good. The builds though, they're okay. They're not too bad.
Coming up, the teams are facing off in clash.
Right, going into round 3, we get a power. What's ChatGPT gonna pick? Goes for cross-orbal, thank God. We get a bit of survivability. Also allows us to use damage orbs and heal our team. Got smart orbs. Got multi-tool, Lumerico fusion drive for armor. That's a big one. That's gonna help us a lot. And in Cyber Venom is gonna give us the anti-heal on enemy players who walk through those orbs, as well as a little bit of cooldown reduction, some mobility power. So this build's looking up. It's looking quite promising. We've got good ability power. We've finally got rid of that weapon lifesteal.
Only 20 seconds remain before the action.
And yeah, we'll have to see how this one goes, because the build's looking nice. To be honest, it's not far off what I would come up with. So now making our way to the midpoint. We've always used Phantasm. We know there's a Genji, so we kind of try and bounce that off to the side. Genji's up top though, so no deflecting play. Again, move forward, fade back, start healing, damage orb forward. Ryan takes a lot of damage though, so we're trying to desperately get his healing up. We only have the damage orb still though until we fire the healing orb, but because we've got cross orb, we don't really need to fire those, so we're kind of sticking on damage orbs most of the time. Like there, it can zone them out. Ryan goes for an aggressive pin, gets taken down, but we have nearly captured the point. We just need to prevent the Zarya from getting in. She's low health. Put Phantasm Orb there as well to block the pathway, and she opts to retreat. So we cap the first point. Zarya's high energy, and we get the res on the right. So pushing through, we take a deflected fire strike, but we've got the Lumerico's giving us armor whenever we use any ability. So when we fire the orb, we just get 50 armor being restored over 2 seconds. Trying to heal up the Rhine following our cross orb. Mercy's going for a res. We tried to take her down. High Noon's in there as well. We've got to fade that. We faded a bit too early, but we had cover and the Genji took care of that. Actually, it was the Cassidy. And a great play from our DPS. This round's looking very promising. Now, again, we ignore the Zarya, put the damage orb there, and we try and kill some players. But since all of our players are grouped up in a grab, we might as well heal while we damage the Zarya rather than chasing the support. And the enemy team unable to get to the point in time. The difference a good build makes. Interestingly though, no MVP this round. We've got 39,632 cash.
Coming up next, who's ready to start the push?
Right, what's the changes going to be?
The teams are gearing up.
So we don't get a power this round. We're keeping the Smart Orbs, we're keeping Lumerico, we're keeping Cyber Venom. Catalytic Crystal. So now healing, ability, healing and damage gives ult charge, which is nice. We've got wrist wraps again, the attack speed and ability power, and then we've got power playbook for that 1000 highly efficient ability power. Catalytic Crystal is an interesting one. ChatGPT thinks that I should be building my ultimates faster. We'll have to see how that, if it makes a difference. I probably would have gone for, I don't know, maybe Super Flexor or something.
3, 2, 1.
Maybe Liquid Nitrogen for the slowing orbs. Right, so round 4. Pushing through the choke point. Now we're opting for a forward heal orb there, which we can now use ourselves, but if the Rhine gets a lot of damage and has to retreat, he can also use that. We can put another one down. So we fire our regular orb there. It's also got damage orb because of cross orbal. And we get a kill over onto the Genji. Don't know if I can save this Rhine here. We do get the Phantasm heal orb, double heal orbs on him, and our left clicks on the grass. We're just about surviving, but it's kind of chaotic. Cassidy's forward, we're going to have to fade backwards. We put a damage orb out there. High Noon comes in. Genji's isolated against it though, so it definitely goes down. Rhine walks forward before he's fired it and takes a bit of damage, which we're going to have to try and heal up. We use our Coalescence. Mercy's in charge of the healing right now. We managed to take down the Genji and Zarya full shortly afterwards. We've got the 2 supports remaining. Looks like they're going to escape this one. Ooh. Learn to walk. So here the Mercy's up top, so we get a Phantasm orb there and a bouncing orb. She just gets pinned between the 2 of them, and yeah, we've managed to take her down quite late into a fight. Considering their tank spawning, that's very good for us, and we make it to the first checkpoint. Since our team's up top, we're just bouncing some orbs. They can act as scouting orbs as well, because you'll hear the hit markers if they hit anything when they bounce around the corner. So it lets us know that if the enemies are there. Phantasm orbs forward again. Fade when we take a little bit of damage. Go back to the bot and start healing the team up. Damage orb with cross orbal, but this is a brutal combo of Grav and High Noon. Takes down basically all of our team. Little assist there from the Juno. The enemy team are going to start pushing forward. Damage orb, scouting orb mostly. Ryan charges forward, but we're taking a lot of damage from the Cassidy. We opt to go for a flank, but that means that, yeah, we simply can't get back to our Ryan. Don't really like being close against the Cassidy here. We do have one orb that he's got to walk through though. However, he's got healing on roll, I believe. Which, yeah, kind of shut us down. Nice kill over onto the Juno from Genji. also gets the Cassidy, which means our team get to push forward. So the fight wasn't looking that good, but again, DPS doing a great job. Try and get a heal orb over onto the Mercy there. He took quite a lot of damage as our team's pushing up. Genji needs some love as well. Mercy's low in the back, gets taken down by the Cassidy. We assist getting down the Genji, but we're really focused on pushing the bot. Genji goes in for a Dragon Blade. Think we may have got the kill just before the round end. And hey, we brought it back 2-2.
I can hardly believe my optics when I see stats like these.
Right then. What is ChatGPT gonna pick for this power?
Time for the teams to gear up.
Ooh. Optimal overflow. Okay. I mean, hey, look, at least it knows it's an orb build. That's good. So we've got Smart Orbs, Lumerico Fusion Drive, Cyber Venom, Catalytic Crystal again, Wrist Wraps. Huh? This time it goes for Phantasmic Flux. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, surely you need to go with Alternative Energy as soon as you pick Optimal Overflow, because that's going to give you the energy reset when you fade and the attack speed. Like, this doesn't... That's not a good choice. I mean, it's good for the rest of the build, but if you went multi-ball, it might make some sense.
These teams are giving it their all.
But okay, I mean, we've got to try and now use the Optimal Overflow with no way to restore the energy except for just the traditional ways, right? So it means that we can't really just hold it down. We pre-primed our energy there so that we can fire a second damage orb with that straight through to the enemy team. Genji appears to our left. We can block that doorway off with an orb. And again, we're trying to sort of overheal to fire those orbs out. Corridor blocking, Phantasm Orb, and again, we're holding more left click than normal just to try and get those additional orbs. Want to block players from getting through. We would have hit the Mercy quite hard there, but it's not quite enough. Now we've got to try and get over onto the Rhine. So we fired Damage Orb again. Ryan's health was looking good. Fade back, Coalescence. Don't think it was needed, but there were so many players lined up that we just had to go for it. Team capped the point and then killed the enemy team, which is good because it means that we're getting objective time the whole time that they're spawning. Again, priming the orbs. Genji doesn't have a deflect, so we can fire that. And we try and fire it flat bounce on the spawn so it bounces back. Cassidy's up top, we take quite a lot of damage. Might need to switch to heal orbs here. No, we're relying on cross orbal. Genji takes down the Cassidy, but Mercy might look to res that. And in comes the Juno. Our team really has to retreat here. Ryan goes down. Push forward. Genji's going to get reset city. Got him low health, but enemy team's going to take back this point for sure. 68%. Right, now pushing forward. We bounced the damage orb, it didn't really hit anything, but it's a scary position to be in because you've got a Cassidy to the right, Xayah with grab over on the side. And we know that there's a blade, but we're trying to use the bounce pad just to make it difficult for the Genji to actually kill us. It seems to have worked. Like, normally against the blade, while you're in Coalescence, you get your one fade, and then if the Genji sees you and has a dash available, you're just done. But with that jump pad, we can make it very tricky to time. Or we retake back the point. 85%. Now, how's the enemy team going to get in onto point? Mercy did use her ult. We don't have any slowing orbs or anything. Xayah gets a touch, but it costs her a life for it. Mercy's going for the res. She gets it off. So we put down another orb. Try and do some damage. It's looking good though. Our DPS again just doing work. Yeah, they're definitely cleaning up a lot of kills between them.
Let's check the standings.
So yeah, I still would have preferred alternate. What's it called? Why am I saying alternative energy? Yeah, maybe. I've forgotten what it's called. I'm tired, guys. It's late here. Right. Going on to round 6. What's changed? Smart Orbs, Lumerico Fusion Drive, Cyber Venom, Catalytic Crystal, Phantasmic Flux. Ah. So we've now got Champions Kit. So now our orbs are going to be powerful. We've used up a lot of the money. That's good. 58,500 the build costs. Still keeping hold of the smart orbs though. They didn't think to upgrade to extendrils. I guess ChatGPT just likes the idea of the orb since we're in an orb focused build. And to be honest, I quite often keep it as well. It's only maybe if I've got enough of the full 6 purple items that I'll swap it out. Right, pushing up top because we got orbs. Another orb from the optimal overflow. Let's try and get close and we fire the damage orb. Oh no, but the problem is the Genji's deflected so many of the orbs. Look at that, our poor Mercy got absolutely destroyed by my orbs. I feel so bad. But we have to use them. Fade over, try and dodge the Cassidy. We're just trying to time his shots. He managed to get the kill on it using cross orbal and a combination, well, just of all of our orbs. Tell you what, the Catalytic Crystal is building our ult quickly. So on the point, we haven't got too much health, but we have got our ultimate. Try and go back in, but it probably wasn't the best timed ult. I mean, the build's not too bad, but I think how I'm playing isn't particularly good. At least Genji ults in a one fight already. So he gets some kills, but we get nice spawns because of it. Our whole team, in fact. If he delayed the kills, we would have got a spawn time on. So pressuring the Genji out now. Crossover should hopefully keep our Ryan alive, but not against the Grab and their entire team flanking around. Enemy team's playing in a very coordinated manner. I didn't check actually to see if they were a stack or not. Back into the spawn. He's got a lot of work to do here. Team spawning, we push out early. Zaya's sitting up top. Energy's probably dropped down a fair amount though. Ryan's pushed aggressively onto the point, in quite a bit of trouble. The High Noon comes in, does just about manage to survive. We're not going to survive this though. What have we got left on the point? They're getting time on it. We've got kills. Sorry, they've got kills. Nah, we're not going to get to the point in time. So, interesting. Game goes 3-3. We get MVP. We shouldn't be MVP, not after killing our Mercy. Right, what's the last power going to be? I mean, it has to be multi-ball, right? Like, ChatGPT knows that we're on an orb build. Multi-ball just makes so much sense here.
Every choice is crucial.
Huh? Okay, scientific death odd. The fade through them and get over health. Interesting. So this time, oh, we've now got alternative energy instead of smart orbs. Now we finally get it. That's interesting. So I guess what ChatGPT's done is said, look, you're on a fade build. So with Phantasm and with Lumerico Fusion Drive. So since you're on a fade build, fade through the enemies. You're going to drop an orb off and you're going to get ult. And with the ult item as well that we've got that charges up ultimates quicker, then we could get some really fast coalescences. The question is just how are we going to be able to use it? Like, not the coalescence, I mean actually fade through players here. When they've got Cassidy, high energy Zaya, and we're not that tanky. Like, I'm not sure I want to go fading through players here. Oh, Cassidy's weak. We did get one fade through there. Okay, Phantasmic Flux. Giving us a bit of overhealth here. Get one cheeky fade through. We're trying to use it, right? We're trying to play like ChatGPT thinks we should be playing. Because it's their build, right? We're just, you know, they're the chess master. We're just, I don't know, the rook. Fade through them again. We've got quite a bit of overhealth. That is going to help with the survival. It's not actually very bad. That allows us to get forward and put down Phantasm Orb safer. So maybe this AI is onto something. Right, trying to heal our team up. Ryan's in trouble, but has a heal boost. Couldn't do Ryan and the Cassidy at the same time there. So we made quite a bit of progress, but enemy team's now going to be pushing forward. Genji looks like he's going to get staggered. Couldn't get a kill. Right, so which way to go here? Just priming the... we've got alternative energy now. So we can just kind of hold down our healing. But we're stuck in a grab. We do manage to get out of there in time. Genji Blade surely he's not going to do anything here. Wow, gets one, gets three. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. Lightning comes in as well. Genji timed the deflect right, but Cassidy couldn't see him. Oof, right, and enemy team is catching up. Let's see what we can do. I've seen the players up top. I'm trying to ping them to alert for my team. I'm also healing the air, but that's to try and fire another orb up there because they're out of line of sight. I can't grasp them. So we're trapped in this little room. The Cassidy's still there, but we've really got to focus on the bot here. We've got heal Phantasm Orbs out. Trying to keep our players alive here. Zaya's there as well. Mercy's blasting everybody nearby. Ryan goes down. We're trying to just escape from this Genji, but he's getting damage amped. We've got a heal orb there as well, but he's just ignoring us. Oh, now come back when the heal orbs run out. I mean, to be honest, well played. Right. 15 seconds. Can we save the game? Ryan uses Shatter. Gets the Zarya down, but we've got no follow-up for it. Gets the health back up to high, but another Genji Blade comes in, but we take the Genji down. Mercy's there. Can we block any sort of res? Problem is, what about the bot? Cassidy comes in with a fan the hammers. Oh. Well, yeah. We most certainly did give it our all. To be honest, the build wasn't too bad. Like, in that last round, Scientific Death Odd, pretty nice. Right. Obviously, I want to play another game because I want to see what other builds it can come up with. I haven't given it any additional instructions. I just said, let's start a game. So, let's see what we're going to do in this game. Right, round one, Chain Grasp. We've got Power Playbook for ability power. I mean, it's very economical. We've got Armored Vest this time, good. We've got some armor. And we've got Weapon Grease for attack speed. Yeah, I think Power Playbook it's just really good value. Like 10% ability power for 1,000. You think you spend like 14,500 or something, 14,000 for 35% ability power later on. So I think it's just realized how efficient that item is. Either way, we're on Chain Grasp, which is, yeah, it's an interesting starting one. It's a bit more high risk than Ethereal Excision if you're going for a Grasp build. You don't get the movement speed to be able to kite like the Ryan. You don't get the additional lifesteal. But you do get to attack multiple targets. Which, yeah, means you're going to be putting out more damage. And that's what ChatGPT seems to think is a good idea. So, look, we're going to go with it. It does mean that quite a lot of the time we want to save our orbs to when we've got targets in play. It doesn't help that the Rhine shield does block it. Like the multiple attacks. But here, like, it's actually going to be quite good against Kiriko clone. Like, if the enemy Kiriko goes the full DPS clone build, if we can get an orb off and then chain grasp them, then the Kiriko clone is going to start healing the real Kiriko rather than aimbotting on me. So it certainly would be interesting. Right, got a bit of catching up to do, but it's still pretty early in the round. Ryan pushes forward, looking for chain grasp targets, but time's basically expired. So have to fade back to Team Zai, gets knocked to the ground. Now, fire the orb. Oh, Freya's putting out some damage as well. Our players are surviving apart from the tank. Like Cassidy's surviving okay here. Ult comes in. Oh, he's not going to survive that, is he? Actually survived the ult, but not the follow-up. Now Ryan's chasing us and we can't kite him because we haven't got Ethereal excision. So we fake fade. And that sort of works. I mean, Cassidy is chasing us. But we don't have the lifesteal. I think I might be playing it a little bit wrong because with Ethereal excision you can afford to go on the flanks and things. I think with Chain Grasp the best way to play it is to stay behind your team and just orb and right click multiple targets. The problem is in a Rhine build, I mean a Rhine composition, it's not great because if you right click the Rhine with shield up you don't get the chain. Right, pushing the bot. We heard some footsteps over there, but they got quiet, so maybe they ran away. Still got to catch up with the bot. There's not that much further to go, but we are going to be in overtime soon. Trying to use that chain grasp again. We actually chained it off of the Kiriko clone. Puts out a little bit of damage. Same there. Oh, enemy team. I mean, they just C9'd it. Fair enough. Right, we get MVP. One thing about Chain Grasp is you deal damage to multiple targets, which means you're dealing more damage, which means you get more cash.
Coming up next, the teams are going head to head in control.
Right, what are we getting in round 2 then?
Every choice is crucial.
Wrist wraps for attack speed, also some mobility power. Techno leech for weapon lifesteal and weapon power. Shield buster, huh? Compensator and armored vest. Okay, shield buster. I mean, you get attack speed when you attack a shield, and we've been attacking a shield a lot, so that's fine. The techno leech seems like an odd one. 10% weapon lifesteal, 5% weapon power. Well, either way, we're going to buy them. See how it plays. I don't know, it feels like the build's got a bit too much survivability in it with the lifesteal, and it doesn't feel like it's got enough damage. But we'll see. We heard the Cassidy scream there, which is why we turned around to heal, because I took quite a lot of damage, so we're going to be healing. The lack of weapon power is going to also make this grasp healing like suffer quite a bit. But we get Chain Grasp here, get quite a bit of damage out. Zai's in trouble. We're probably in trouble. Fade through, Chain Grasp, hits a couple of targets. Kill the Kiriko clone. Now for the actual Kiri. Fade through to the other side again. More Chain Grasp damage. I want to see what are that. 1,679. So we did put out quite good numbers, but unfortunately we lost our tank very early, so enemy team does manage to cap the point. Alright, heal orb, heal our team up. Occasionally we do healing. I want to get onto the high ground. It was only to see if we could bounce an orb and then Chain Grasp there, but got to heal our tank up a little bit. We've got Coalescence. Going to use it because we're out of resources. We can't really heal, we can't really damage, so just to keep the activity up, we're just going to Coalescence early. That'll give us resources if we need to. It will also pressure them back, and it seems to have worked wonders here. Ryan's very, very low. Just the Mercy. Mercy goes for the res. If she had got that res, it might have just staggered the Ryan, to be honest. I don't know if he'd be able to contest or if he was on the point. But either way, we take the point back. And they're on 62%. The build's not terrible. I mean, you can see the idea behind it. It's not like ChatGPT just said, here, we'll give you a load of random items and see what happens. And ChatGPT is spending as much of the money as possible. So it's trying to be efficient with the item picks as well. Ooh. So we took cover from the shatter, but the Freya just came around the corner and basically direct hit us with all of that. So enemy team are going to retake it. We got 55%.
Progress is seldom won with
Yeah, I'm trying to go for the Chain Grasp there. Kiriko clones hurting a little bit, especially when Kiri's amped as well. But, ooh. If only we had a Chain Grasp still active there. That's the clone we killed, so no reason to celebrate. We're getting it here on 3 players. Chain Grasp was hitting 3 players just there. Where's the grab? Can't see that, but we killed the Cassidy with Chain Grasp. Kiri clones down. Kiri took some damage from that as well. You know what? We're getting a ton of value out of this Chain Grasp now. And Ryan's forced to... I think he may have tried to go and jump off the cliff there. Or just kite, maybe waiting for a pin. So, can the enemy team get a touch? I mean, Ryan died late, so who's going to get the touch? It would have to be a Mercial or a... Kiri doesn't have the teleport yet. He's got her ult though. That gives him a bit of speed, but it's not enough. Right, we get to find out the next power. MVP as well.
You can really tell who the playmakers are. Up next, the teams are facing off in clash.
Right. What's it going to be?
What tactics will the teams come up with this round?
Ethereal excision. Good. That's what we needed. I would have done it in the other order, but fine. Wow, so okay, wrist wraps, techno leech, shield buster again, aftermarket firing pin, and we get super flexor. That's a bit of weapon power, but it gives AP when you deal weapon damage. Wonder what the thought behind that. Okay, so maybe what ChatGPT is thinking is that we've got to fire the orb for Chain Grasp anyway. So why not have some ability power on those orbs as well? It's given us weapon power, but when we're attacking, it's given us ability power for the orbs that we need to fire in order to use the Chain Grasp.
3, 2,
You know what? Maybe it's a really good idea. It might actually be genius. It's not something that I've considered, like during a kind of Ethereal Excision Chain Grasp, like right-click build. Okay, we can hear the Ryan. Dodge the fire strike. Ryan's deciding to pressure our team, so we're just going to go pressure his team instead. Okay, our team gets one of them down. Kiri's got her clone now, which the Chain Grasp works quite well against it. It's not quite as good as an orb build against it, but it means that we can get the clone to heal a lot of the time. Basically, you need to attack the Kiri, and then the clone will heal Kiri rather than attacking you, and then you're just kind of in a 1v1 where she gets healing from the clone and you get healing from your lifesteal and sustain. Bit of Chain Grasp damage there, but we are really lacking the weapon power. Like we don't have round 3 levels of weapon power. We try it again. Team's in a bit of trouble here. Okay, but DPS managed to take down the Kiri. That's one of the big problems gone. Watch the Ryan pin. Okay, Ryan used it to retreat. Okay, we get some kills, so this point secured. Looks like we got to fight for the mid. Oh. Didn't see that one come in.
What's up?
Right, hopefully the team will wait here. Just for me to get there and not take any casualties. We do have Mercy who can res one if we take one, but if a Kiriko clone TP's... Oh, the grab's coming early. Where is it? It's right next to us, so we're going to fire the orb. Luckily, Ryan went to shatter the Zyra and not me. Mercy's not got the res off. Kiri clone's there. Can't cap the point yet, so we'll just try and attack her a bit. Actually going to chase, because we've got Chain Grasp, so here... Oh, well that didn't work as planned, did it? I mean, the idea was there, but yeah, that wasn't what we intended. Ryan gets a touch over onto the point. Oh. But then steps off of it, I guess. Right, 3-0, we get another MVP. We've got 36,805 cash. What are we going to pick going into round 4 then? I'm hoping to see like a nice big chunk of weapon power.
It's time for the teams to
Because look, we've only got 20% weapon power and 20%... Huh? Right, okay, so we've got wrist wraps, aftermarket firing pin, super flexible. We've got phantasmic flux, great idea. Like, amazing idea. And then we've got geneticist's vial, so revive once. Why would you buy that? Like, I'm not telling ChatGPT how much we're dying here. So why are we getting this item? It's 25 health and a res. We've got a mercy. Okay. I mean, it could come in handy, right? But just still, it seems an awkward buy. We chase down the Kiri clone. You know, she's going for the flank. Oh, she's so weak. Oh no. Problem is we haven't got a chain grasp. It's just the Kiri. Oh, the clone comes in again. Oh. Well, the item's come in use, but the clone might kill us again. Luckily it expired, because it took a ton of health off of us. And the enemy Kiriko goes down. So for this one fight, we actually have an advantage. The problem is, that's just cost us like 9,000 or 9,500 cash. So we got an advantage for one fight, which to be honest, we probably shouldn't have. And now we're basically playing 9,500 cash less than we would be if we bought a different item. Let's see if we can convert it. Right, see the Cassidy on the ramp. There's not really any targets that are close enough to make use of chain grasp. However, this is an interesting flank position. We do manage to take down the Freya. Cassie's in the spawn, so we're going to have to fade back and join the rest of our team, who are also having great success right now. Get forward, make use of this chain grasp. Right, the Ryan's blocking it. It doesn't last for that long either. Try that again. Ryan's blocking it a bit this time. Got a fade, get the Mega. Kiri clones there, but it's only the clone, so it expires. Zaya goes down and yeah, our team got kind of wrecked. But they've only got 1 minute and 12 seconds left, and we've made a lot of progress. We've got our ultimate as well.
On the move. Let's go.
Fire there, limiting Cassidy's movement. Chain grasp over onto the Freya, but we've got a fade. We don't want to take that damage. Okay. Chain grasp gets lots of value there. Coalescence to follow it up. Cassidy walks in there as well. That's the whole team. That's a team wipe. Let's fade jump up top. 34 seconds remaining. It's looking good. Footsteps, wait for them to go around the corner. We get attacks on both of them, but it's a Kiri clone. Fade, take the health back and hope the clone doesn't follow. It's okay if the Kiri does, because Kiri misses, but the clone won't miss us. We anticipated the TP there. Chain grasp, along with the help from my Cassidy, takes her down. This is experience from me playing the Kiriko clone build, right? That's where I would have teleported to. So we just basically stood there and looked. Mercy up top, gets taken down. No one spawning in time. Oh, Freya jumps up for some damage, but it's not enough. And hey, we won a game with the ChatGPT build. Guys, let me know what you think. Should I keep refining it? Should I tell it to make some fun games or fun builds in the future? And guys, if you like the video, want to support the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, you know, all the YouTuber stuff. And yeah, maybe we'll see if we can actually train this AI a bit better, and maybe to come up with the absolute best possible build combinations. We'll see. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.